In this video, we're going to look into silver flash warnings, if you want to call them warnings, trying to help people out with these type of videos. I talked to an angry customer today, folks. Shop was not open today. I talked to this customer on the phone. I'm going to let you know what happened with that. So please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for getting me to over 4,800 subscribers. Let's just keep it going, folks. If you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe key. Hit that all bell so you'll be notified when I put out the next video. Let's just get into it right now. Look, I understand times are tense right now. People don't have a lot of money. We covered this many times the past couple videos, folks. It's people are worked up right now. You know, we had a guy that left me an email, not personal email, the email to the shop, and I happened to call this guy back. I probably should have waited until tomorrow. You know, it's Sunday and we're not open. There's not too much we could do for him on a Sunday. But, you know, he was asking, you know, he was nice at first, and he got a little bit angry. And, you know, he just moved from California. I'll start it there. He moved from California. He had about 2,000 ounces of silver he wants to sell. All different, and they were mostly rounds. That's what he claims that he had. So I'm going by on his word. I said, hey, look, right now we're paying 75 cents over spot right now. That is what we're paying right now. I said, so whatever spot is when you come in, everything tests out fine. I said, we can do it a couple of different ways. We can do, you know, we could do half in the day early. We can do half late in the day. See if spot goes up. Whatever the case may be, we don't have to do it all in one transaction. And, you know, he says, well, how? Then he says, how about my sales tax money that I paid for it? I says, where are you coming from? And I says, what? I said, what are you talking about? Sales tax. He says, well, I live in California. And he said, I just moved from California. I moved to Florida here. But he said, I paid, you know, he says, they have a thing in California. If you don't buy $2,000 at once, you're going to pay sales tax. Well, we got kind of the same thing here, but it's not $2,000 for sales tax. It's $500 here. In the state of Florida, it is $500. That excludes Silver Eagles. It excludes junk silver. So if it's not American made, and if it's not American issued, government backed coin, there's sales tax in the state of Florida still right now. That could change in 2025. There's word out there that law is going to change. It's going to go to zero across the board. We will see if that happens or not. But I told them there's nothing we can do about the sales tax you paid in California at all. I said, that's, you know, that's just the law there. It stinks, folks, okay? It just absolutely stinks that we have to, some states charge sales tax on precious metals. Is there a way around it? Yeah, there's a way around it. All right, I'm going to give you guys a tip. Call a coin shop and the state does not do sales tax, and maybe that coin shop, if you mail them a check, or maybe they'll take a credit card over the phone, you don't have to pay sales tax. Most of the time, you don't have to pay sales tax. There's a tip for you. If you live close to a state that you don't have to drive hundreds of miles away, maybe it's 40 miles away, it might be in your best interest to go to another state and don't have to pay the sales tax that way too. You know, it's not a crime to do this, to do that. I tell my friends back home in Maine, look, most of my friends in Maine live about 80 miles from the New Hampshire border, if not a little bit less. If you're buying a lot, it might be worth to pay the tolls, pay your gas time, pay your time, go down to New Hampshire and do it that way instead of buying in the state of Maine. You know, coin shows sometimes don't follow those rules. Sometimes coin shows don't have to follow those rules. They're underneath the big tent of one person, and it depends if they have a coin shop or not. If they're just regular vendors, you can sneak around. In some states, you can sneak around that law. That is how it is. I mean, so this guy got a little bit upset about that. I said, look, there's nothing I can do about the sales tax. Even if you bought it in the state of Florida, there's nothing I can do about the sales tax. The offer is right now, and I said I'm assuming it'll be for tomorrow too, and probably the rest of the week, I'm assuming, that in case we get a big market movement somehow. Right now we're paying 75 cents over spot for his, not over spot, in the futures market. So wherever the futures market is, we're adding 75 cents to that. That is what we're doing. We are doing $1.75 to sell to the public. That is how we make our money. We just up the price a little bit, and that is how we do it, folks. So we go by the futures price. Futures price sometimes, most of the time, is a little bit more than the actual spot price. So I just want to be very clear that we do buy and sell from the futures price. We do not use spot price at all. Really, we just don't. I mean, the owner's always been that way. What you want to be careful of is coin shops buying in that spot, then trying to sell it at the futures price, add their price on top of that. That's not the right way of doing it. How are you going to know that? You're probably never going to know that unless they be honest with you and tell you they're doing that. So with that being said, we have to shop around as we're buying. We have to shop around as we're selling. This market it's crazy right now. There's a lot of selling going on. You can't sugarcoat it. That is what is going on. All right, that is what is going on right now. So a lot of selling going on. Is it gonna? And I see this continuing, folks, probably for another month or two. I'm not gonna. I mean, that's what I predict, and my prediction could be totally wrong. Come after the holidays, give a week or two. Trump gets in office, it could be 10 times better for the metals market. I can't tell you that for sure. All right, I'm not betting on that. I wouldn't bet on that right now. Right now, silver and gold is quite plentiful out there in the market space. So with that being said, and we got to keep in mind, people panic to buy. And I've said this before in my videos, and I don't know how much I can repeat this without people getting upset. But it's silver and gold all for the long-term hold. Think of it as a long-term bond. Maybe it's 10 years. Maybe it's a 30-year hold. We got to keep our interest off the dollar bill because, yeah, we can sell it for cash, but how much, how long does fiat last? All right, we gotta keep our mind off. This is worth $30 an ounce. This is worth $31 an ounce. Whatever the futures price is or spot price, however your coin shop does it, however the online bullion deals does this. If they're willing to take this crap, meaning fiat currency, and you're getting real money, if you're able to afford to do it, do it. Not financial advice. All right, I'm being totally honest. I'm not buying anything right now. It might be taking me about another month before I stop buying again. I'll let you guys know if I make a small purchase. What I am looking for, I'm really not looking, but I do scan eBay every now and then. Now, what I am looking for is the deals on 40%, half dollars, and any 90% in silver. That is what if I see it under melt, I probably, if it's not too much money right now, I'm going to probably pick it up, okay? And I'm talking ones and twosies, threes or fours for the 40%. That is what I probably can afford to do right now. I'm just being transparent with you folks. But, some people got into this market as thinking they're going to get rich overnight. Not going to happen. Okay? It's just, if you're thinking that way, you're in the wrong sector of currency, metal, stock market, whatever. Again, not financial advice. If you want to get rich overnight, go dabble in stocks. Again, not financial advice. You want to try to get rich overnight, go buy Bitcoin. Go buy a meme coin. You want to dabble in that, list that. That's more risky than silver and gold. Guys, girls, silver and gold have been money for 5,000 years. That is true value right there. 5,000 year history. It's even before the U.S. dollar or any fiat currency out there. Silver and gold had been worth something. It's been used as money. It's been used to barter. It's been used to trade with. Nothing else has that history. Nada. I was at the convenience store after I, talked to this guy on the phone. And there was a young girl in front of me, probably about 18 years old, maybe a little bit younger, maybe 17, but she had her cell phone in her hands. And whatever she bought, I think she bought two candy bars. She used her cell phone to pay for it. Digital, okay? What happens when she loses that cell phone? What happens if that cell phone is on low battery life and loses power right before that transaction? She would not be able to pay for her merchandise. What happens if the computer system crashes? Digitally, they could take cash transactions, but they couldn't do debit cards, credit cards, or paying by your Apple phone or your Android phone or anything like that. People are not prepared for this. People think they can carry their cell phones around, tap it on that device, and guess what? You get your candy bars, you walk out the door with it, or whatever you're buying. That's what she was buying, though. Okay? What happens if you're in an emergency and, let's say you get a flat tire in the middle of nowhere. Tow truck comes. You got no cash on you. You got no silver on you. You got no gold on you. And the system, your bank goes down for whatever reason, and your debit card or credit card did not go through. How are you going to get from point A to point B then? Then you come find out your cell phone's dead, and you can't call somebody to come pick your butt up. Sometimes, silver, I always say keep a 10-ounce bar, 3 ounces of silver, 10-ounce bar in your glove box, 3 ounces somewhere else in your car for an emergency. Some people might take that, saying, hang on to this, explain the value to them, even if they don't know the value of it. They might help you out just to get you to the point B where you can get them physical cash, or the system comes back up by the time you get to point B, and you'll be able to pay them then. But to have something in their hands, maybe there's a chance there silver will save your butt. Gold will save your butt if you have it in your car. You just never know. I mean, I just don't see this digital system, if the system goes down, the system goes down, folks. What are you going to do? We have to teach our younger people about silver and gold. And I tell you, the people who I see in the coin shops, folks, most of them, not all of them, most of them my age. I'm going to be 45 in February. They're 45 plus, 40 plus. You don't see a lot of younger people into silver and gold. Why? It's because people are not educated. We are not, I blame myself too, I blame myself too in this. We got to teach the younger people about silver and gold. I don't care how we do it, do it try to be a calm manner. And I know a lot of you guys have done that with the younger folks out there. But the younger we can teach them, I could go on to another story, and I'm going to tell a story just real quick. Anyways, I had a grandma and grandfather came in, and they're teaching their 8-year-old twins, the grandparents, the twins, the grandparents there, so the grandchildren, about silver and gold. They're doing little projects around the house. They're doing little chores around the house when they come over from mom and dad's house. Take out the trash, wipe the dishes, whatever, sweep the floor, mop the floor, whatever. They get this at first. And that goes into one jar. When they didn't have enough for like a silver dime, a silver quarter, a silver half, maybe they will save up to get a 1 ounce of silver. Grandma and grandpa got that in their safes. They take the fiat currency, sell it to them at spot price, and that silver goes into their bank. It goes into their little shoebox in the safe. And they explain it to them. Now, if they want to go buy a new video game, something like that, they don't have enough of this, yes, they could sell this for that video game, for that candy bar, whatever the case may be, for that new toy. Whatever, like I said, whatever the case may be. But they realize, these boys, 8 years old, remember, they're 8 years old, they realize that they like this more than they like this. And they're convincing their parents at home to start stacking a little bit of this. The kids are teaching their parents, because the parents of the wife been trying to tell their daughters start stacking silver and gold, and the husband always said no, 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 no. Now the husband's starting to come on board. You know, we talked to the husband about a couple months ago, I guess, and we explained it to them all. And sometimes, you know, sometimes it cannot come from family members or friends. Sometimes you got to bring them into a coin shop, coin show, put a 10-ounce bar in their hand, and explain what that 10-ounce bar does, explain what that 10-ounce bar is worth at the current market price. Show them a 5-year chart on silver. Show them a 10-year chart on silver. Go back as far as you can about silver and gold. And maybe that will convince them, you know, I really don't like that word, to convince anybody, to educate them what silver and gold has done. And because we have lost, you know, since 1964, the silver's been out of our coinage. There's a lot of years has been lost. And I should be one of those ones, you know, 45 years old, really don't give a hoot about silver or gold. But, you know, this has been in my blood since I was about 11. I really taught myself, folks. You know, I didn't teach all myself. I mean, you know, I was interested in the shiny stuff. And, you know, maybe I'm one of the weird ones out there, you know, that's one of the few ones out there that really got into it at a younger age without nobody pushing me getting into it. And, you know, then I started picking up the coin books every year. I started picking up the coin magazines at the Walmart stores, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we could go on and on. My dad still thinks I'm crazy for doing it. Well, when those people come knocking, folks, and you try to warn them, are you going to help those people out? Yeah, they're family, they're blood still. The more we can get people educated in this country, the United States and Canada, I think the better off we all will be. You know, if you want crypto, go buy crypto. You want stocks, go buy stocks. I wish everybody the best, whatever they put their money into. But really, all you're doing with silver and gold is you're taking the money outside of the banking system. Someone else is not friggin' holding your money. You have it in your safes, your shoe boxes, wherever you like to store your silver for safekeeping, or gold or platinum, whatever the case may be, you have it in your possession. It's not done digitally, and you have it in your home yourself, or maybe an off-site location, or maybe, you know, you have it in a vault somewhere. You've done the right way of voting. Vaulting it somewhere, like to an online bone dealer or something like that. I do not recommend keeping silver and gold in a safe deposit box at the bank, because what happens is that branch gets shut down. They don't give you any really knows that bank gets going to shut down, or maybe you're on vacation and they mail you note saying this branch is going to be closed in the next 2 weeks. And it might take you a month or two to get that silver back before they even let you in to get that. Or they may transfer it to another location, and that location could be 50, 60 miles away. Who knows? I mean, I just don't trust the banking system myself, folks. And that is where I'm at with it all. I hope this video was helpful. I know my videos have been a little bit longer lately, but I'm going to try to short them down some more. You know, like I have been 10, 15 minutes long. And I'm just trying to help everybody out there. If you folks have any questions for me, please reach out to me by my email. That's always in the description of every single video, folks. Thank you for watching. CoinShop Chris is out. And to the next video.